I haven't had this in 50 years. 50 years I've been working on getting ready to leave, packing up, going, coming back, doing the concert, trying to get the next job. It's just constant. Thank you. I make a living by going to concert halls packed with people, hopefully, and 500 people sitting right next to each other. So that's gone. It's gone for everybody that's a performer.
All right. Thank you for coming out tonight.
I had work through November, actually even further than that, but pretty full through November. And all of it was canceled, or they say postponed, but who knows when it's going to come back. So, that's pretty troubling, because that's the livelihood of not only me, but every artist that I know that's a performing artist. One of my goals through all my performing, all my teaching, it was to give young people a chance to get on stage and perform, build an audience. And through all my television shows and all that, I mean, it's a minor thing, but it's what I've been doing my whole life. And to see that just wiped out in 1 week, basically, everybody's had their work canceled. And I was just talking to a friend today who used to be a well-known folk singer. He said he's going to run out of money in 2 months. I mean, 2 months. This thing is going to go 2 years or more. So I'm concerned about my friends. In the past, I always had a project going. This radio show, this TV show, writing this article. There was always something that was under pressure. I mean, this is for 50 years I've been doing this, getting ready for this particular job, creating a PowerPoint with my photos to go with the concert, thinking of new material for the concert, writing new material. It's just constant. And now it's just like, I don't really have to do any of that stuff. And so I found some pleasure in going back and taking older songs that I never really worked up but always wanted to work up. Sometimes simpler songs, like a song like A Little Stream of Whiskey or Doc's version of Tom Dooley, something like that.
Oh, trouble's gonna find you no matter what you do. So never trouble till trouble troubles you. Oh, the cloud's gonna roll away, the cloud's gonna roll away. I don't care how hard it rains, the cloud's gonna roll away. Now the lightning bug, he never knows just what he's going to find, but he keeps on flying round and round with his little light on behind. Oh, the cloud's gonna roll away, the cloud's gonna roll away. I don't care how hard it rains, the cloud's gonna roll away. Now the hen, she first came from the egg came from the hen. I've been wondering all my days is how it's gonna end. Oh, the cloud's gonna roll away, the cloud's gonna roll away. I don't care how hard it rains, the cloud's gonna roll away.
Well, I never even played Cloud's Gonna Roll Away until I started playing with Doc. And he was telling me that was the first song he learned with the harmonica in a rack. He never even thought of that. And that was his song he learned from a guy named Bill Cox over the radio. So that, just thinking about stuff like that and working up those simpler tunes has been really fun. It's been really great to have all this time at home. It's not like you're missing anything. There's no big party that you're missing. There's no big concert that you're missing. It's all just quiet. And the other thing is getting to stay home with Jenny. She's been very supportive in my life on the road and traveling and, keeping the home fires burning. She said the other day, let's go to the beach. I said, nah, it's so great right here. Just right here in the woods here. And just being with you, just being home and, just talking. My son Zeb is 43, and with his girlfriend, they're living in an apartment. It's a one-room, but a big room place. And since she's pregnant, they've got to be very careful about the pandemic flu because they are in New York. And they have been. I mean, they have been really solidly quarantined. And man, I really appreciate that and respect them for that. So they're doing okay. Because I have this neurological condition, I've got to keep exercising. And so I exercise. I try to do it every day. I try to do either play pickleball or walk a couple miles or sometimes both. And I have a physical therapist who communicates with me on the iPhone. It's great. I mean, we can do a whole session, a whole 40-minute session, and I don't have to drive 30 minutes to his place and 30 minutes back. So I got some suggestions for anybody who is in the quarantine and wondering what to do and saying, I don't know what to do. Well, one thing to do is take up the harmonica, because one of the things that the virus does is make it hard to breathe. And so if you learn to play the blues style harmonica, either style, if you get going like this, so that'll get your lungs going. And the other thing is to keep walking, because you got to exercise. The quarantine doesn't say just stay home to you. It says get out there and don't mingle with people, but get out in nature if possible. And then you can also be walking and play the harmonica, The other thing I think is very helpful is to get a punching bag, a reflex bag that you hit. And for me, when the head bobbles, that's great, because you can really work out. And in 15 minutes, man, you're worn out. And it's also it lets off a lot of steam because you're punching something, but you're not hurting anybody, not even hurting you, because you got on the boxing gloves. And this thing could just stick around until everybody gets it. I'd be probably one of those people that'd probably get me. Because, I'm of the age, I'm overweight. I was really depressed at first. It really put me back because, it was 50 years of doing this that I don't want to let go. And I love performing in front of people. People who are doing the online concerts may find a way to make that work, and that becomes the way people perform. And they see somebody on a stage, they don't even know how to react. That first week when I guess it was like about a month ago, everybody started doing house concerts online. They were all just so funky, you can see them jiggling the knobs and being out of tune, and but more power to them. And maybe I'll be doing that too someday. But for me, performing is having a crowd. I feel like when I'm doing a concert, I'm building a sculpture, and I'm scooping this out here and building this up here, and trying to make a piece that when you look at it at the end of the show, you go, God, that was masterfully done. And that's fun for me. And you can't really do that when you're playing for your little camera there.
Now way down south where I was born, didn't raise nothing but cotton and corn. Green tomatoes and black-eyed peas, oh good Lord, them greasy greens. And that's what I want now. Hey, pretty mama, you just got 'em done. Soft and easy, good and greasy. How I love those greasy greens. Crazy about my greasy greens. Now I'm a man from New Orleans, crazy about my greasy greens. If I don't get 'em 3 times a day, well, I'll get mad and I'll walk away. And that's what I want now. Hey, pretty mama, you just got 'em done. Salt and eat it, good and greasy. I love those greasy greens. Crazy about my greasy greens. That's what I want now. Hey, pretty mama, you just got 'em done. Soft and easy, good and greasy. How I love those greasy greens. Greasy about my greasy greens. Greasy about my greasy greens.
I'm not going to risk my life anymore to go stay in a funky hotel room or be on a plane.
We're here in Lagos, Portugal. In the 1800s, the Portuguese, one more time.
Hey, stand by. Okay.
We're here in Lagos, Portugal. In the 1800s, the Portuguese sailors set sail from here to Hawaii, taking with them a local instrument called the berguinha. When they got to Hawaii, the Hawaiians fell in love with the instrument, started making their own, retuned it, and it became the ukulele.
You know, I've been doing that for 50 years, and the wall came up with the pandemic. And I just sort of said, well, there's my signal. You didn't need, what do you have to be hit on the head to see what that turns out to be? I've got to, basically just find another way to enjoy life.
Hey everybody, this is the entire crew for David Holt State of Music.
Season 5, the COVID-19 version.
Yeah, that's right.
So we had money to do season 5 for David Holt State of Music. We're like old friends that get together and making a show for national public television, going all over the country. Almost all the setups that we had, we were going to visit people around the Southeast, had to be canceled. And now we're trying to regroup and get some of them in, and we have done that. But we're trying to be as safe as we can, wearing the masks and not, having social distancing. One of the things we're trying to be careful about is having big groups of people on the shows, too many people on the set. So we're not doing bands at this point. And we're doing a lot outside on front porches, things like that. So there's a lot of air flowing through. We're trying to be as careful as we can. We really want to get this season done. It's going to be great. We've got some great people. People are determined. Humans are determined. And music, we really have no knowledge of what music actually is. It's just something that is required by humans. And it's in every culture. So somehow it's going to find a way.